Hey, all. It is time to connect with our guardian angels, our spirits, our beings, anyone we want to bring in, and establish a stronger connection with whoever we are calling in. I am establishing a connection with my guardian angel, Sebastien, who is fairly new to me. So I'm building up my connection with him so I can really get the messages very clearly and strong. I'm doing this on a daily basis to really boil up the system within me, just like a pot on a stove. We want to keep the water boiling and not take it off and have large gaps of without practicing. So I'm doing this daily to really get this strong and happening quickly. And that's why I'm doing this. My name is Khan Mustafa, also known as Khan Knight. And I hope you all are able to join me in this process as well as I go through this. I'm just checking to see if the notification goes out. And when it does, we are going to begin very shortly. So really, this is just a lot of practice. I don't know how many people are going to be joining up on a Sunday night. I might take Sunday nights off, but for now, I'm just going to do it because he is telling me to. So I hope you guys are into that as well. All right. How's everyone doing today? Hey, Kerilyn, great to see you. So glad you are here. Love it. Hi, everyone. You all rock. Love that, Kerilyn. Thank you for saying that. We all rock. We do, because we're all awesome for doing this. So I see more people are popping on now, and I'm just going to hang on here as we get more people. I hope everyone is noticing and enjoying the difference. If you've been keeping up with this is day number 8 that we're doing this. I think this is day number 8. Hi, Mara. Great to see you. You will find if you're doing this daily, whether it's live or in the replay, and you're doing this daily, by the time you get to day 15, day 16, you will be over the hump and you're really going to see a huge change in your channeling ability if you can do this for at least 15 days in a row. It is a massive shift. Hey, Mara. Hello, Hannah. Great to see you, hon. Love seeing you guys. Hello, Sylvana. Glad you guys are all here. All right. I'm glad everyone is joining in. And okay. So I just got off the 1 Billion Strong channel where I did the heart coherence that I do at 12 noon and 12 midnight Eastern Standard Time. And I do that to raise my elevations and raise my frequency within myself. And that helps me connect better with spirit because all spirits are high vibrational. So I do that twice a day. And I do it for about 10 minutes to sustain myself. So if I know a couple of you who have, so if you're with me or you're doing it on your own, great. If not, begin to elevate your emotions now and start out by just breathing into your heart. Make the breath starting to slow down, slowing down your breath, getting deeper into your heart, and then bring in an elevated emotion and hold that elevated emotion such as love, joy, peace, freedom, and feel it in your body. This will help your sensitivity and it'll also increase your vibrations. So if you didn't do the 1 Billion Strong, then begin to breathe into your heart and go through that process. This will put your heart into a rhythmic beat, and it'll also create some synchronicity for yourself and help you connect with your guardian angels better. So with that, while you all are breathing, I got another 10 minutes before I can have water. So let's start with Clairsentience, and that is sensing the energies and aligning ourselves with the frequency of our guides. Hey, Karen, great to see you. Thank you. So let's call in our guides. We are doing Clairsentience, and we're going to feel them in our bodies. So Sebastien, would you come in, please? I can feel him go right down my spine. And he's entering into I guess he comes into my solar chakra. And I can feel him settling in below my sternum and above my navel. And this is just where he's sitting in. And I can feel his energy expanding in my chest and heart. It's just building. Hey, Luna. Great to see you, hon. So I've just did some heart breathing, raised our elevated emotions, and called in our first guide if you're joining in. And we are working on clairsentience to feel what they feel like in our body and align our bodies with their frequency, which is changing the molecular structure and the frequencies within our bodies, putting them in tune with our guides. So that's what I'm doing right now, is just putting myself in tune as I hold him here. And even while I'm talking, I'm just holding on to his vibration. I'm feeling it. So whoever you want to call in, I suggest you make a consistent basis and call in the same person if that drives you. If not, that's okay too. So if you guys are doing it, let me know what you are feeling. I can feel a lot of expansion in my back right now. I can feel head pressure coming out here now. And a lot of pressure on my crown at the back as well. And just in my face, expanding in my neck and my shoulders. A lot in my belly. It's moving across my intestines from side to side. And actually, if I touch my sides right now with my hands, it's like quite distended and hard. So his energy actually makes my stomach hard and stiff to the touch, which I guess is a good thing instead of being soft and flabby. Well, that's a good feeling, I guess. I can feel it moving down into my root chakra and across my pelvic core. It's coming across my thighs, moving down to my calves and shins, into my ankles and feet. And I can feel his entire vibrations into my whole body now. I don't know if you guys are feeling the same or if you're building up your sensitivity. I've been doing this for a while, so I'm a little bit more sensitive and in tune with my body. Okay, let me just sense where Sebastien is around me. And again, he's usually behind me, and I can feel him behind me and a little to the left as he's moving. I can feel he's like stepping forward and wrapping himself around my neck and the base of my skull. And I can actually feel him entering into my third eye, or the entrance to the base of my skull, the occipital lobe there, and just kind of coming in from the back and moving forward. And it's ending up here in the front of my crown of my head. So all entering into my third eye. And he's telling me that he is just kind of working on my pineal gland and my knowingness, my openness on here. That's great. Thank you, Sebastien. Kerilyn sings pressure at the base of the skull, wrapping around and down my chest and stomach. Awesome. That is a great entry point for spirit to come in through the base of your skull. Start working on your third eye. That's beautiful. Marasite says, tonight it's in my back and solar plexus, and then face and cheeks are getting warm. Awesome. Love that. I love that. You're definitely getting the frequency. Oh, beautiful. So if you don't know your guide or whoever you've called in, sense if they're male or female and just feel what that energy is. And I feel Sebastien, I feel it's male, but it's not a strong male. It's rather balanced between male and female, slightly more on the male side. So that's why, and I know that he's male. So this is where I'm getting the feeling and getting comfortable with what male energy feels like. And it's not very strong. It's very, it's even. It's even. Like it's not light. It's not strong. It's even, like middle of the rung, I'd say. And it's actually quite comforting. I can feel it very, very comforting. And it feels very much like a brother. You know, it's like brother or sister. Well, it's more like a brother for me. I can feel a brother energy, even though I don't have a brother, but I can feel that brotherly energy. And it feels like confident and secure, and I feel trust here. Yeah, and this is a new experience that I'm feeling with Sebastien. And I find as I'm sitting with him every day, I'm getting a new experience. So this is a new experience. So thank you for that, Sebastien. Karen is saying, male for me, like Sebastien, always. Awesome. And I always wanted a big brother. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. And it's funny, like, as you say that, Karen, I'm hearing like our spirits look out for us like a big brother. They're always looking out at us. I love that. And Carolyn says, male too, but not overly so. Love that. Beautiful. Yeah. So you know the feeling I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah. It's very comforting. It's to know that you have someone looking out for you. And that's the feeling I have. It's just that security. Someone is looking out for me. It's just like a brother, a big brother. And he's joking with me and telling me not to be so, don't be too cocky, right? You know, when you have someone that's looking out for you, you tend to stand up for yourself. And he's showing me the image, like it's like the cartoons, the shows, and the big brother and the little brother, they're like standing up to the local bully, and like the little brother is like just talking smack, but the big brother then walks away, and he suddenly realizes that he's alone. So, and then the truth kind of comes out. So that's the image that he's giving to me. So he's telling me not to be, don't let it like make you feel cocky. Just know that someone is here, that we're always okay. It's awesome. Thank you, man. Love that. I love that. Okay, there's the yawn for me. So I know that I've had an influx of energy shift in here. And I can have water now. Awesome. Mara is saying female, yet a strong female. Oh, I love that. I was doing some channeling today and had some great, strong female energy come in. It was quite beautiful. Love strong females. All right. So he is having me move on. It was actually quite a good, a long time that we sat with that energy. We're going to move on to clairvoyance now. And clairvoyance is our clear sight of what we can see with our eyes. And he shifted me immediately to put strain on the eyes and try to see and not necessarily use my claircognizance. So he wants me to see. And so I'm just putting some strain on my eyes and I'm just trying to see what I can, whatever Sebastien wants to show me. So claircognitively, I know I'm seeing the outline and I'm beginning to see an outline form, not necessarily with my eyes, but it is claircognizing. But because I'm straining with my eyes, I can see an outline, but not necessarily visually an outline. It's claircognizing, or in my mind's eye, I can see it. But he still wants me to strain it, and that's what he wants me to do, to look. So if I strain, I can see something. If I do it just strictly claircognizing, I can see detail. But he has me looking with straining. And you see me looking off the camera. So what I can see is just an outline of his hair. And it's just an outline. So I can see the wave at the top, the brush of the hair that's going around his forehead. You can now see the side forming, the hair longer. And as I'm straining, it's a big shift in energy. That's why I'm yawning. So I can feel a big shift of energy is coming through. So he wants me to keep going it. You can now see the outline of his iris, of his eye. I can see a lashes coming up, and it's almost like just an outline. I'm not really seeing over details of it or colors, but I can see an outline, just darkness, dark lines. I can see his forehead forming. Just some very light lines in the forehead. I can see the side of his face and earlobe forming. I can see his nose beginning to form in front of me. And he's actually, I can almost see like a mustache on here. And there's his lips. They're thin. At the bottom one is a little bit thicker. And now I can see like the cleft underneath his lip here in the bottom lip. You can see the chin outline, the neck is starting to form, angle, and the shirt is beginning to form in front of me. I can see the collar. Okay, he still wants me to strain here with my eyes. My eyes are getting sore now from doing this, but he wants me to keep straining for a little bit longer. I can see the buttons on his shirt. He's wearing a short sleeve shirt. And the background is beginning to form. I can see palm trees, water in the distance. It's almost like Miami, Florida, I'm seeing. And it's probably about 15, 20 miles into the city. So it's distance, I can see the beach and the water is quite a distance still, but it's about 15 or 20 miles, I'd say, which is maybe about 30 kilometers. I can just see some of the, like an outline of a boat out on the sea. And I am starting to see like a haze of the beach and the water and a light outline of the pier, or of the I guess the wharf beach. Anything else you want to show me? He's telling me to keep straining, so I'm just going to keep straining and describing the outline. And the reason why I describe it is as I describe it, I get the next image. The next image shows as I describe it, so that's why I'm describing it. You can now see like outlines of buildings, the outlines of the windows forming, a little bit of colors coming in with it as well. And actually, visually in front of me, I'm starting to see like an orb almost. Got to check, is that just schmutz in my glasses? It could be just schmutz. Am I still seeing the orb without my glasses? No, I'm still seeing like a faint orb showing up in front of me. Well, that's kind of cool. Okay, so it tells me to keep straining. And I can actually visually see that with my sight as I see that orb. He's telling me that's why he wants me to strain. Cool. So this is like a totally new experience for me again, that I'm getting clairvoyantly. Again, this is part of the repeated practice and doing it every day. And we're only on day 8, so I'm really excited about this. Okay, what are you going to show me now? Let me see. Is this day 8? Oh, it's day 9. So today's day 9. Okay, well, that's still good. Okay, now he's telling me just to relax and let the eyes absorb. And I'm no longer straining. I'm just feeling the energy kind of come into my eyes and just allow it to absorb in. Yeah, thanks, Kerilyn. I hope you're experiencing or having some of your own epiphanies. Oh, okay, he just wants me to relax. So that's what I'm doing. Just relaxing and letting the sight come in. Whether you guys write your descriptions here or not, at least say it or acknowledge what you're seeing in your own head. You don't have to write it down or share it here, but just acknowledge it. And when you acknowledge it or you say it out loud, you're going to get the next vision. At least that's what I found. I don't know if that's always going to be true for everybody, but that's at least what happens for me. And we're all different. So don't feel that we should be having the same experiences. This is just my experience. Hey, Callie, great to see you. So Callie, we're working on clairvoyance. If you haven't been with us from the start. Oh, okay. So he is now wanting me to move on to clairaudience. And clairaudience is our hearing. And he wants me to strain and listen. So beautiful. That's great. Thanks, Callie, for saying that. I'm glad you just got on. So moving on to clairaudience. I do have ringing in my ears, but he wants me to listen past the hearing. So I'm going to strain and try to hear. So this is what he wants me to work on. Kerilyn says, I'm not seeing anything with my physical eyes yet, but they are tired from straining. That's awesome. Um, Hopefully that's a good thing. At least that's what my guides are telling me. And you might have different direction, but at least that's what I'm getting. So he has me straining. So I'm just going to work on my hearing now. I'm just going to strain my hearing. And you see I yawn right away. So for me, that is a good sign. I only yawn when I'm straining, when I'm really trying to work on the clairs. So I'm really happy about that I yawn. It means that I'm doing it right. I can feel as I'm straining, I'm feeling an energy growing in my cheeks. So I'm just going to be silent for a little bit while I while I reach for the clairaudience and I really try to hear the sound and I strain to hear the sound. So as I'm straining, I'm feeling energy growing like a spider web all around my head. But of course, when I talk, that spider web reduces and diminishes. But while I'm doing that, my attention shifted to the feeling of the sensation of the energy moving around my head. But then he directed me to put my attention back on trying to hear because I shifted my attention. So he's having it put back. So I'm going to stay silent for a minute. I'm going to do that again, and I'm just going to see where it goes. That was a big one. So as I put my concentration on, I felt it inside my ear canals and it grew and then it shrunk down and became concentrated. So just inside my ear wells, I could hear it and I could feel the energy and it became opened. It felt like an opening feeling and it felt like white light was emanating in a cool feeling. And then as I continued to strain and hear, and that became concentrated, it felt like I was hearing, it was still through, it felt like I was hearing voices, but in a vibration. So it wasn't like an actual auditory voice, but it was like a vibration I could hear. And it was like almost listening through the veil. And then I had a sharp of energy, like kind of vibrate and shake throughout here. And I had to break out of it. So he's telling me that I had to do this for at least 2 more times. So I'm going to strain again, trying to hear and allow that energy to formulate. And he's telling me this is activating. Um, awesome. Carolyn says I have a sensation vibrating in my inner ear, almost like a tapping. Awesome. That's really similar to what I was feeling too, Carolyn. Amazing. I'm loving it. So thank you for sharing that. So there's a little bit of correlation because this is new to me as well. So thank you for sharing that. So I'm just going to be silent. I'm going to strain. Awesome. So this time I felt the vibration within my ear canal, and it got really intense, and then it became almost like an even level of vibration, and the opening and the clearness and the wind and the coolness was coming in. And then he had me just sustain that. And as I was sustaining that even vibration, again, it was just a culmination of energy, and I can feel a lot around my ear. And this is the ear chakra area, and I can feel a lot of energy behind the ear now. That's really cool. Mara is saying a tall black dragon with sapphire color eyes, scales, and black claws. Her nostrils flare as she breathes. She is just looking at me. Wow, that is super cool, Mara. I love that. I love that. I know I have dragon energy around me, but I've never tuned in like you've just described. That is really, really cool. Thank you for sharing that. So cool. Okay, so he's going to have me focus on Clairaudience one more time. So I'm just going to be silent as I strain here. Whew. Awesome. It got really intense there for a second, but as I was straining, I could feel it get really concentrated. And then he was telling me to relax into it, relax into it. And as I did that, it opened up a little bit more. And then I wanted to turn away and stop it, but he told me to hang on until it got really intense and open up. Before it used to be just my right ear. Now it's like happening in both my ears, and it's quite even when that happens. So that's really cool. And I did hear like a little bit of tweeting or something, like a tweet or something. So really cool. Karen said I had a strong electronic burst in my ears, like feedback. Just left here. Oh, super cool. Oh my God, that's awesome. Um, Oh, cool, Mara. Oh my gosh. So she says, this is the first. I'm a little overwhelmed as she is large. Yeah, but I get, I don't know about you, Mara, but the energy that she is very like she's protective, like she's your protector. She's nothing to be scared of. So let your body know, let yourself know that you're perfectly safe. She is your protector. Uh, yeah, she's your protector, and she's like feel a lot of wisdom as well with her, as well. So your dragon energy that's with you is protected for you. So sit with it. Don't be scared of it. Allow it. You're perfectly safe. You're perfectly safe. Carolyn says, I'm sensing a vortex funneling energy in both ears and feel a vibration. Yes, that's what I was feeling, Carolyn, that vortex energy within. And it is, I can feel like it's quite open now. It feels open. And I'm beginning to feel like it's almost like it's penetrating through the veil bit by bit as we strain. But he's telling me that's it for Clairaudience. And I'm moving on to Clairalience, which is smelling now. And I almost don't want to do Clairalience and Gustance as much anymore, but he's still telling me to because it's like a completion, as this area is one area of the clairs, but then we complete it here. And this, if we think about the pineal gland right in the center of the brain, this is now like the third side, I guess. It's 1, 2, and then 3. So we're approaching the pineal gland to work on the clairs on all areas. So this is, as much as I don't want to do it, he has me still work on the Clairalience. So all right, bring it in. And today he's telling me it's just all about aligning our frequencies and energies to the different clairs. It's not necessarily even about what we're seeing or smelling. It's aligning the frequencies. So that's what he has me working on. So see what your angels are guiding you to do, if it's the same or different. So I'm just putting my energy on my nasal cavity and energy, and I'm just going to try and strain as I smell. So as I put energy on the nasal cavities, I'm taking a long, slow, deep breath. So I'm purposely trying to smell it with intention. And I'm getting that I'm smelling the color brown. And it seems to be like tree bark and like a dewy morning. Like it's like wet tree bark. And I'm seeing moss, but I kind of smell it as well. Not to say I've ever smelled moss before, but I'm starting to smell it. And I can smell the dew in the rain from the morning. It's very wet. Okay, there's the yawn. I'm happy about that. My ears are just like popping now. It's really cool. Mara is saying she is on a stone floor and I hear her claws clicking on the floor as she moves her foot and her tail tapping the floor. My heart is swelling with love now. Oh my God, Mara, that is so cool. I am blown away. Yeah, Kerilyn is saying, oh wow, Mara, she's your protector. Yeah, totally. Totally. Phenomenal, Mara. I'm so happy to hear this. So proud of you. Okay. So Clairalience was rather quick. He's not having me too much because he's saying that as we strain for the energy, it's much more intense than just allowing and using our claircognizance primarily to shift that energy. So he's moving. He's going to have me moving there. Carolyn's saying, I'm smelling wet dirt. Very cool. Awesome. Awesome. It seems that we're smelling a lot of the same things, Carolyn. That's really cool. Okay, so 3313, moving on to Clairgustance, which is taste. Immediately, I'm feeling a swelling in the tongue. So again, he's having me strain for the taste buds. So he wants me to strain and feel the taste that I can have there. So, okay, so let me strain. I just got to be quiet so I can't talk at the same time. Even though I'm feeling sensations already, I'm just going to be quiet here for a minute as I strain. It's almost like I'm tasting it's like a chocolate bar, like milk chocolate bar with like raisins and nuts in it. There's a certain brand name. I think it's like a Cadbury or something like that. Fruit and nut bar, I think it's called. And I can taste the different flavors of the blueberry, the milk chocolate, the nuts. Like it's like a different flavors I'm tasting here. And I'm feeling the activation across my tongue. My entire tongue is tingling right now, swollen, and he's had me go through like the different flavors, like the sourness of the raisin, yet the sweetness of the chocolate or the smoothness of the chocolate. So he has me going like through textures and sourness and sweet and activating different parts of the tongue as we go through this. So I'm just going to keep straining here. Awesome. Marcy, I got a whiff of musty smell like I would go to grandma's cellar. Awesome. I love that. I never smell very strongly though. Awesome. That is such a good start. Such a good start. Yeah, this is exciting, right? As we do this every day, so exciting. And Kerilyn is getting butter. Oh my god, that's really cool. Now, is it the texture or the taste of butter? Both. Think and describe it out. And he's going to have me do Clairgustance. I'm just going to reach for the flavor one more time as I strain the taste buds here. Mm. Got a lot of activation happening right now. I don't know if many of you will be able to relate with this, but when I used to smoke a bong and you would inhale in, you'd get like a whiff of, not a whiff, but a mouthful of like smoke. But it's like cool smoke that you could actually feel it on your tongue because there'd be a lot of smoke coming in through a water bong, and I could feel that swirling on the tongue and the smoothness within the tongue, and that's what I was feeling there. And then there's an activation on in my pineal gland. It was almost like a little spark or a sharpness that happened from there. So that was really cool for me. Wow. Carolyn's saying taste and texture of butter and a fat tongue. Awesome. Yeah, my tongue is like completely swollen right now, and I can feel everything just activated all around my head, all surrounding, and I can feel it on the pineal gland itself. I can feel the pineal gland in the center of my head is actually swollen. It's vibrating with energy right now. My whole head is vibrating, but especially the pineal gland has a concentration to it. So that's a really interesting feeling as he's going through this. Yeah, it's really cool. And I've actually set my intention to open up my clairs. It's a really big intention for me this year, and it's it feels like it's happening. So I'm really excited about that. All right, cool. Mar says, I taste green grass in the lawn. Yeah, I've had that taste before too. And I am salivating. Awesome. Love it. That's a great activation, Mara. Well done. Okay, so moving on to claircognizance. Let's all channel a message from whoever we're bringing in. We'll start with a message. Let me know if anyone wants a message then, and then we will each channel a message for that person as well. So start with a message and let us know if anyone is willing to request a message so we can practice channeling on you. Okay, so claircognizance 58. So beginning to channel a message. Sebastien, what do I need to know right now? I'm hearing the process to open up our clairs is actually quite simple. And some can get it done almost immediately, and others need to work on it for some time, like this one, which is me. And he says this is largely part of our intention and letting go of thinking that we can't do this. And as we do this more, the confidence will build. And this is why our clairs begin to open, because our confidence begins to get out of the way. But this is something that we can actually really do in an instant if this is something we so choose. But in this case, going through this process is almost like a guarantee, or it feels like it's something that we're doing something, and that's a very much a human experience that we're going through, a human and a galactic experience. So if we've ever been in the physical body and we've gone through the state of trying to open up our clairs, this is that type of physical experience that we feel that we have to do. But he's saying it's not necessary. This is something that we have the ability to do, and we all have that ability to. Anything else? He's also telling me to be careful of, because we are changing the physical structure so much as we do the clair work, that we need to be mindful of our energy, our grounding, our water intake. And he's pointing to the type of water that we drink. So he's saying to really avoid tap water. In most of the big cities, they add fluoride into the tap water, and that calcifies the not only the pineal gland, but it calcifies all of the organs. So he's saying to be careful of that. That it's better to have, it's best to have spring water, which is natural water from the earth. So if you can get spring water, drink that. And he's saying secondary is a reverse osmosis water that has been cleaned, and then add in our own minerals like a Himalayan sea salt or mineral drops, which is what I do. So he's saying that's the second best thing, or even the third best spring after spring water, our water being added. And he's saying if you must, you can do distilled water, but you would want to add minerals to that as well, or salt. But never tap water. If you're in desperate need, then boil the tap water and boil it. If you can take the steam condensation off that and collect the steam condensation, that is essentially what distilled water is. But if you at least at a minimum boil it 2 or 3 times. So it's boil it, let it cool, boil it, let it cool, boil it, let it cool. And then the problem is that you've burned off the minerals. So that's what he has to say about water, which is really interesting. That's really cool. Thank you for that and making sure that we're grounding. Great. So let me know what messages you guys are getting as well, if you decide to do so. And spring water, yes. Thank you, Kerilyn. So we'll have a message down for you. Karen says there's a noticeable difference in the body. Very cool. I love that. Mara says, I'm hearing it is important to keep grounded. When our heads have been in the clouds, we need to come back to earth and stay connected. Yeah, that totally resonates with me. And like I said, I'm on a grounding mat right now. So I do all this channeling on a grounding mat, and I notice a difference when I don't. I can't get as serious when I'm not on a grounding mat. And this really helps me to be on a grounding mat as I do this. Kerilyn is I'm getting you are raising your vibrations and stop overthinking it. Yes, excellent. Question about the water. I've only been drinking bottled water, but I'm still using ice from fridge filter. This isn't something that you need to beat yourself up over. It really is a balance. So we're talking about gray area here. The fridge filter, it's okay. Like, it's not necessarily don't overthink it. It's like whether you can have an apple or you can have apple juice, you can have apple puree, or you can have apple pie. So these are all apple, But which one is best for you? Well, apple raw by itself is the best. And then the apple sauce, and then the apple juice, and then the apple pie probably isn't so good for you. So this is what we want to think about water. Like, so don't necessarily beat yourself up over what you're ingesting. Just do what you can and celebrate that you're drinking. Okay, it's bottled water. Great. Check out the mineral content on the water. If it's distilled water, then add minerals to it. If it's reverse osmosis, add minerals to it. If it's spring water, that's okay. So don't necessarily beat yourself up over this stuff. Just know that you're drinking this and you're doing okay. So again, don't beat yourself up on that. Okay. Thank you for asking that question, Kerilyn. Martin says, I'll take a message. Yeah, awesome. Martin, I'm writing your name down and we'll all channel a message. Karen says, I think fridge filter is not good enough. It's okay. Yeah, totally. And Luna, I got your name down. Awesome. Okay. Okay, so let's and let me see. Before I'm just going to read these last messages before we all channel a message for Kerilyn. Mara says she's also telling me to stop flittering around so much and spend time being a quiet observer. I've gotten like some of the similar things to do longer silent meditations. I flip between guided and silent, but they want me to do longer, just staying completely silent and being in the void, in the awareness. And they want me to get to 60 minutes just in the void. So I've been doing a lot of guided lately, so they want me to shift. And my meditations haven't been long enough. So yeah, I can feel that. And I used to do like 2 and 3 hours of silent meditation. So they want me to get back to that. Karen says, I've been drinking fridge filtered water, and it's really affecting me negatively. Awesome. Well, you're recognizing that, so that's great. So that's that's what it's all about: working on the sensitivity and getting know our bodies. So if you know it's affecting you negatively, then you know it's affecting you negatively. See what happens if you put it through a Brita filter or a third filter as well. So give that a whirl as well. Yeah, try a grounding mat. Make sure if you're going to buy it off like something like an Amazon, make sure you don't just go by the pictures. Read the description and read the reviews. Make sure it is like 4.5, 5 stars, and read what it says in the reviews, because there's a lot of tomfoolery that happens when you sell mats. The other thing I also use is a grounding sheet. So on the bed at night, so I have a grounding pillowcase. So that way you have your skin contact against a pillow that's grounded. So you're grounded all night. And that helps me immensely through the entire night. So I hope that helps. And last is Karen. Okay, so Karen, I got you down. So let's begin all channeling a message for Kerilyn. No, Kerilyn, for the grounding mat, no. I use copper specifically because I need it for my Tai Chi and the type of breathing exercise and the energy that I deal with, the chi exercises that I do. I need it to be metal. That's only for me because I'm dealing with yin chi. You're not doing that. Any like a vegan grounding mat, it's perfect. It doesn't have to be copper at all. That's just what I use in 2 out of the 3 grounding mats that I use. Okay, we're working on Kerilyn, so let's all channel a message for Kerilyn. Sebastien, what does Kerilyn need to know right now? Kerilyn, I'm hearing about your diet, about what you're putting into your body. There is a need for more raw in your system. And we're talking about more high vibrational shifts because you're going through an energetic change right now. So you need more high vibration. And high vibration means especially fruits, sun ripened fruits, especially. Secondary is vegetables, and then a salad. So I'm seeing with your meals, you want to get at least 51% raw on your plate, which means a salad. Just add a salad to every meal. Um, and the cooked is okay, but there's a need for you to get more nutrition, more nutritionally dense foods into your system, and possibly consider starting up juicing. So you can get like a masticating juicer, which squishes the juice out, and not a centrifuge, which slices it with high heat. You want a masticating juicer. So I'm seeing the need to, if you're so inclined, to start juicing. But moving into nutrition would serve your body very well. That's what I'm getting for you. So let me know what the rest of you are getting for Kerilyn for a message. Isn't that funny? I just went vegan this week. Very cool. Oh my god! And I've been eating pita and hummus. That is awesome. So Kerilyn, since you just switched to vegan, make sure you're supplementing your diet with B12 and with iron. You have roughly about 2 years of B12 within your system, but you're going to need to supplement your body with B12, and it's just a supplement, just a little bit of drops. You can get it in pill or drops, and add vitamin D drops or a vitamin D lamp. Especially if you're living in a cold climate when winter comes, and you're not getting the same amount of sun. Vitamin D drops is important. So especially if you've gone vegan, vitamin D and B12, those are your two big ones. B12 for sure, hands down, B12. Okay, so you're welcome, Kerilyn. Let me know the rest of you guys are getting for Kerilyn if you want to try channeling a message for her, and practice your claircognizance. All right, cool. So let me, I'm moving on to Martin now. Martin or Martine? Martin. Okay, Martin Shadowmoon. I'll take a message, please. Sure. Okay, cool. So let me timestamp Martin here, and I put this in the description afterwards. So if anyone wants to listen to it as well afterwards, you can get to it quickly. Okay, Sebastien, what does Martin need to hear right now? Martin, I'm hearing that you've been feeling a little bit torn, maybe a little bit indecisive with these so-called gifts, and you're second guessing yourself. But I'm feeling the need that your guides and angels are around you, and they really want to connect with you. They've been trying to get your attention, and I'm almost getting the sense of there's been little things that are showing up around you that um, it's almost like maybe like a handful of them you might have noticed, like a tenth of the synchronicities that are happening around you, trying to get your attention, and you've noticed these like a tenth of them, and there's so many clues that they're trying to get your attention to begin to shift your vibrational state and your energy, to begin to work on your clairs, work on your sensing, work on connecting with people. And I'm feeling the need to begin practicing. If you don't want to start investing in a course, look at my playlist and look for the intuition development course. And so that is a free course on how to develop your intuition from start to finish, and sit with stage one, which talks about diet using tools like pendulum and tarot cards or oracle cards, with diet, meditation. So all the basics are there. And I'm seeing a need for that this would be a good start for you if you're looking to enter into the world of this, but you're opening up, like you are opening up. You're just in the very early stages of opening up. And there's a desire and wanting for you to do this work. You are questioning it. And so, you're worried about what people are going to say about you. It's almost like your closet, your closet fantasy or your closet hobby. And I very much did the same thing. I didn't really tell anybody except a few close people, but it was really the online community here that helped me. And this is who I stayed with. Khan Knight is not my name. That's my pseudonym. My real name is Khan Mustafa. So I don't even associate with who I deem myself as Khan Mustafa. It is Khan Knight who I deem myself, and that's my spiritual self. So and only a number of people really know. I don't really talk to my old life, and I don't really share it. So that is still with me. That is something that I'm working through. But I'm getting that it is something for you to begin working on, because there's a need. There's a need for your opening up. So I hope that resonates for you. Please let me know, just so I can have some confirmation as well. Mara, I think this is for Kerilyn. She is hearing, I heard the word roughage. So there's your greens, yeah, and fiber from food. I asked what that means, and I see greens, a green drink with hemp seeds. Yeah. So roughage is anything fibrous. So that means fruits, vegetables, like eating it whole, like, and that's the fiber, roughage. That is the greens that comes through. So yeah, that's great. You did really well, Mara. Well done. Yeah, Luna says both names sound cool. Yeah, cool, right? Martin says, right on, and this is my net name I gave myself. Very cool. So welcome to the family, Martin. If you need some practice groups, some like-minded people that just kind of hold you in a safe space, reach out to me. My contact information is on my main channel on the homepage, and I also have it in the description. So reach out to me, and I'll bring you an invite into the group. And Arndt says, I know I've always been blessed and protected. Yeah, awesome. That is huge, Martin. To know that feeling that you are blessed and protected, that is huge. Yeah. I've always kind of felt that way too. So you are like really ahead of the game, that you're not on the side of fear. You're on the side of love and protection and openness. So this is a really good start for you, and a really good foothold that you have to open up your gifts in this area. So it's really exciting for you, Martin. I'm really excited for you. So I hope you'll continue to join us, whether you want to chat in here or not. There's a big community and big family, and a lot of Facebook groups that we can invite you to, so that you'll find your soul family. Yeah, awesome. We're super excited for you, Martin. Welcome to your awakening, and reach out anytime. All right, so I'm going to move on to Luz de Luna now. 57:48 is the timestamp. Tune in for Martin. See what everyone else is getting for Martin as well. And I'm moving on to Luz de Luna now. Sebastien, what does Luna need to hear right now? So Luna, I'm hearing you are awake, you're open, and you smoke weed, and that's okay. It's gotten you to a level of opening and awareness, and when you are in that state, it kind of relaxes you and allows you to channel a little bit more freely and clearly. And that's okay if this is the state that you want to be in and you enjoy it. But I'm also seeing that if you decide to work on your channeling gifts, and you open up and raise your vibrations more, you're going to find that there's going to be a point that you're going to find it's going to be a hindrance. It's going to be interfering your true gifts of where you can go with this. And you will open yourself up more as you get there. And there's really nothing wrong with you smoking weed. It's okay. I mean, it's legal in most places, and it's a natural thing, and it's nothing overly crazy, right? So that's totally cool. Go for it. But if you really want to open up your gifts, Work on your clairs, work on your meditation, do all the basics, all the things you need to do. And you're going to get to a point that your vibrations become so high that you're going to like naturally drop doing weed. And that's what happened to me. Like I no longer vape. I just kind of dropped it. And I actually have like a jar sitting here with weed. It's legalized where I am, and it's medical cannabis. And, you know, it's just sitting in a jar. And I was like, well, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I'll eventually, someone will be there that I can give it away. But it's probably like, I know there's at least like a quarter ounce plus there. And I have a bunch of vape juice that's sitting there, that's sitting there, THC, and I'm just not going to use. So I'm hearing the same for you. Like, if you open up your awareness, shift your stuff into vibrations. I'm also being directed to look at the 1 billion strong. So look at the 1 billion strong YouTube channel. I'm on there at 12 noon and midnight every day. And to begin to, now you don't have to come online with me, but begin to put yourself, like set your alarm on your phone and set it for 2 12-hour intervals, whether that's 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. or 12 a.m. and 12 p.m. Just set your alarm and begin to put yourself into that heart. Expand your heart and love throughout your body, expand it to the world and give love to the world. And that's going to help your vibrational shift. I'm seeing that there's a need for you to do that. So I don't know. Let me know if that resonates with you. I really could use the feedback. That'd be cool. So thank you. And before I move on to Karen, I'm just going to check out the comments here. Yeah, welcome, Martin. Kerilyn, every time I ask for Martin's message, I get a tapping in my left ear. I'm also getting listen to your heart. You are on the right path. Awesome. Love that. Love that. Cool, Martin. I love that. Martin says, I found this channel through channeling Eric. Yeah. So Eric is one of the 4 guides that worked me. So Eric, my channeling Eric, the 36 days of channeling Eric, he pretended to be my guardian angel, and then he opened me up to this world and do the channeling Eric for 36 days. And so I work with Eric. He's one of my main spirit guides. So he's with me all the time, or main guides. And then there's Master Jesus, Mother Mary, and now Sebastien just kind of came in 2 weeks ago, and then he told me to come online and do this. So he really did this. And now when I see Sebastien, it's actually the same images that I had as Eric, but instead of dark hair, it's blonde. And Eric loves wearing baseball hats, and he swears a lot, but Sebastien doesn't. And Eric Sebastien, and myself, we're all kind of jokesters. They're really jokesters, they're pranksters, but we all love to laugh. So the energy is so much similar. So I love that you came in through Eric. That's really cool. So thanks for the feedback, Martin. That's so cool. Cool. Kerilyn says, same here. Eric brought me in too. Yeah, Eric's awesome. I fucking love Eric. It's so cool. Luna says it really does resonate. Oh, awesome. Love it. Love it. And Karen says, Eric, me too. Fuck, awesome. That's so cool. Yeah, and that's totally cool, Luna. Like you're saying that you want to start getting intention, do more daily. If you do it, that's awesome. If you don't, that's cool too. Like, just no matter what, do not beat yourself up. The days that you do come on and do it, celebrate that. The days that you don't, that's okay too. Like, just do not beat yourself up. Just celebrate the wins, and that's it. That's what it's all about. Celebrating the wins, keeping it positive and high vibe. It's what it's all about. So totally cool. I'm so glad that you're here, and I feel drawn to you as well. Like, I don't know what it is, but there's something about your energy I feel so drawn to. It's really peaceful and zen and chill and cool, which is very much how I am. So I really love your energy and frequency. So yeah, I hope you do hang out. I'd love to hang out more with you. Okay, so last but not least, I'm coming to Karen here because it is getting pretty late for me and maybe for some of you. So, Sebastian, what is the message for Karen? What does she need to hear right now? Um, Karen, I'm almost feeling a little flustered right now. And I almost feel like you might be beating yourself up a little bit too much. It's like you're beating yourself up on a lot of different levels, on like your channeling ability, like you want to get there and it's not happening fast enough for you. So you're beating up self there. You're beating yourself up on diet when you eat something that isn't really there. You're beating yourself up on staying in contact with friends, with relationship, with how good I'm hearing how good a mother you are, but it's almost like that could even be like mentoring or helping other people. I feel like you're just beating yourself up on a lot of different planes. And the message is stop that. Stop beating yourself up. You do not deserve this. You don't deserve to do this to yourself. When you're doing that, it's lowering your vibrations, and it's just not nice. Like you're not being kind to yourself. I'm seeing you. There's a need for you to take your right hand and put it over your heart, whether it's your physical heart or chakra, energetic heart. I need you to put your hand over your heart and just breathe and begin to feel love. Love yourself. I'm seeing even the need to look in the mirror and look in your eyes or look in your camera lens and take a picture of you looking in the camera lens and smile and say, I love you, and feel yourself squirm and just keep on saying it and say it like you mean it until you feel it. It's like, I love you. You are worthy. You are deserving. You are good. And everything that you're doing is perfect. And I seen the need for you to talk to yourself in the mirror, in the camera lens, to talk into your heart and to love yourself, to be more kind to yourself because you're not being nice to yourself. And there's definitely a need here. So please be kind. Begin to love yourself. Begin to look in the mirror. And eventually you'll get into I am statements. You can even start I am statements. And an I am is like, I am empowered. I empower my mind and body with empowering thoughts and feelings. And for me, I also say I train every molecule of my body into vitality, playfulness, wisdom, joy, love. And, I neglected that for a bit. I think I said that to you guys the other night. I neglected that for a bit and I could feel it in my physical body. So I needed to bring that in. And that brought me a huge amount of energy that carried over to today. So I feel, I don't really see that need for you, but for Karen, like you need to begin to love yourself, be kind to yourself. That's pretty clear that that's what I'm feeling for you. So I hope that resonates. Please let me know. Please let me know. Cool. Oh, good, Luna. Thank you for saying that. I'm glad it resonates that we vibe together. That's so cool. Kerilyn says, Luna, I'm getting open your eyes. No idea if that makes sense to you. And I see that that is in relation to opening up the awareness and opening up herself in all. Like I think it lines up. Kerilyn says, Karen, I'm getting you should try skipping. Be joyful and playful like a child. Yeah, very much. That really goes into the playfulness and the love and everything else. So that's totally cool. Okay, guys. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this practice. I feel so high vibe right now and so love It feels so good. I really am honored that you guys are hanging out and chilling out with us. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, cool. Thank you, Karen. Thank you for the confirmation. That helps me. That really does help me as well. So thank you. All right, guys. So same time tomorrow. I'll be back on. Yeah. I was, hang on a sec. I think I'm just going to check my schedule here. Oh yeah, no, I was going to do a group emotional release on Tuesday, but no, I blocked the day off to hang out with my wife. So it's a me and Rita day that we're going to hang out and just be with each other. It's our date day. So it's not going to. So anyways, I'll be back in 12 hours. I guess less than that on YouTube channel. So YouTube on 1 billion strong. I'm doing the heart coherence at 12 noon, 12 midnight Eastern Standard Time. That helps raise your vibrations. As you raise your vibrations, helps you connect with spirit. And I'll be back on here at 12 midnight, 12:15 on this channel for another session of practice. So I hope you all join me and practice working on your clairs even more. So yeah, that's it. Thanks everybody. Have yourself a beautiful night. I really do appreciate your energy and appreciate your contribution, and love you all. Much love, everybody. Please share this out with anyone that you think might help. If you can help people that might open them up or whatever else, like share this out. Like I really want to help people awaken and wake people up and raise their vibrations and get some love out there. We got to shift this planet. People are just so much fear and they're making stupid decisions, and we shift into love and be in peace. Everything is just so copacetic and chill. And that's what I want to see for the world. So I hope you guys do too. And sending you much love, everyone. Cool, man. Yeah, I'll be up for at least an hour and a half before I go to bed. So I'll see you guys all tomorrow. See you guys. Bye.